Are you expecting twins or more? I will show you the magic and beauty of breastfeeding multiples in this video. You'll learn tips and tricks to make it a smooth process for both mom and baby. 1. What are the benefits of breastfeeding multiples? Breastfeeding multiples offers many benefits for both mom and babies. Breast milk contains all the necessary nutrients that a newborn needs, as well as antibodies and other infection-fighting components that help protect babies from illnesses. Breastfed babies also tend to have fewer allergies and digestive issues than those who are formula-fed. Additionally, the act of breastfeeding can create an unparalleled bond between a mother and her children, helping to foster attachments that will last a lifetime. For mothers, breastfeeding multiple babies can be physically demanding due to the increased time spent feeding compared to singleton births, but it can also provide health benefits such as a lowered risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and postpartum depression. It can also save money on formula costs while providing convenience, since mom does not have to constantly measure and mix formula. Finally, breastfeeding multiples can also help moms quickly establish a good milk supply due to increased demand from the babies. 2. How can I ensure that both babies get enough nutrition while breastfeeding? Breastfeeding multiples can be a challenge. It's important to make sure that both babies are being fed enough and equally. A good way to ensure this is by feeding each baby on alternating sides, beginning with the same side as the last feed. That way, each baby gets to begin their feed on a full breast. If you find yourself in need of extra help, consider expressing additional milk so you have a backup if one baby does not seem satisfied after nursing. Additionally, it can be helpful to keep track of how much time each baby spends nursing from each breast and switch sides accordingly in order to provide them with more balanced nutrition. 3. What is the best way to position myself while breastfeeding twins? Positioning yourself comfortably while breastfeeding twins is a key factor in successful multiple nursing. The most commonly recommended and comfortable position for nursing twins is the football or clutch hold, where you place a pillow on your lap and put one infant on each side, facing outward toward your arms. This allows you to easily support both babies at once without having to switch between them. You can also lie down with both infants next to one another in the cradle position if that works best for you. If needed, you can use props such as breastfeeding pillows, wedge cushions, or boppy pillows to provide additional comfort and support while nursing multiple simultaneously. Remember to take frequent breaks, and don't forget to express extra milk if necessary. With some practice and patience, you can soon make breastfeeding multiples a smooth and enjoyable experience. 4. Are there any special techniques I should use to help with latch? Yes, there are a few special techniques that can help you achieve a successful latch with your multiples. The football hold is an especially helpful technique for breastfeeding 2 or more babies at once. This involves tucking the babies under each arm like footballs and positioning them so their heads face your breast. You may need to use extra pillows or cushions as support in order to get them into the correct position. It's also important to make sure that both of the babies' mouths are open wide enough so they can latch properly. You should experiment with different holds and positions until you find what works best for you and your little ones. Additionally, be sure to check in with a lactation consultant if you have any difficulty latching your multiples or have any questions about breastfeeding. It may also be helpful to breastfeed one baby at a time, especially if you are having difficulty latching both of them at once. This can help ensure that each baby is getting the proper nutrition and can give you more control over the latching process. If you choose to try this technique, it's important to alternate which baby you feed first each feeding session so they get equal amounts of milk. 5. How do I know when it's time to switch babies? When it comes to breastfeeding multiples, one of the most important aspects is knowing when it's time to switch babies. This can be tricky because you want to make sure that each baby gets an equal amount of attention and nourishment. To start, try timing how much time each baby spends on each breast and using this as a guideline. If one baby seems to stay longer than their sibling on any given breast, then it may be time to switch them over. Additionally, look out for signs such as letdowns or decreased sucking that could indicate that it's time for a change. Lastly, if your babies are becoming too frustrated or agitated while nursing, it might be a sign that they need different stimulation and should be switched over. 6. Are there any unique challenges I should be aware of when breastfeeding multiples? Yes, there are a few unique challenges that come with breastfeeding multiples. One of the biggest challenges is providing enough milk for all babies while also allowing them time to feed. This means finding ways to maximize your milk production and being aware of different feeding methods that can help ensure all babies get the nutrition they need. Additionally, it's important to know how often you should nurse each baby and if any special equipment might be necessary. Finally, you'll want to take into account how many extra hands you will need in order to manage such an enormous task. It's important to find supportive people who can help make breastfeeding multiples much easier for you and your family. With a bit of support, planning, and patience, breastfeeding multiples can be a rewarding experience. 7. What advice do you have for moms who are just starting out with breastfeeding twins? The most important advice for new moms of twins is to have realistic expectations. Breastfeeding multiples can be a challenge, and it may take some time before you find your rhythm. Pay attention to the needs of each baby as they do not always feed or need the same amount at every session. Additionally, frequency matters. Make sure each baby gets enough feeds per day in order to ensure proper nutrition and weight gain. Lastly, make sure that you are taking care of yourself too. Ask for help when you need it, practice self-care, and get plenty of rest whenever possible. With patience and dedication, breastfeeding multiple babies can be a rewarding experience. We hope this video has been helpful in understanding the magic and challenges of breastfeeding multiples. Remember that with patience, dedication, and self-care, you can make it a rewarding experience. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences with us, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on parenting tips and tricks. Thanks for watching.